So hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to solve a weekly contest for it, and we are starting to solve both of the first problem. So let's start with the first problem. What the problem statement is? The first problem is really easy. If you know how to reverse an integer, then it becomes really easy for you to solve this particular problem. So you are given an integer array, define its mirror distance like absolute of n minus reverse of n, the integer form by reversing the digit of 1. Okay. So what we have to do, we just have to reverse this particular number, and we just have to return the absolute value of the original number and then the reverse number. So you can see the code. The question is extremely easy, and this code is also easy. I am just finding out the reverse of a number. uh, you know how to exactly reverse the number, right? And I'm just simply returning their absolute value. So this is basically the code. If I just run this, so it's a easy question, and if you also see the acceptance rate is also too much high, if you see, and it's a really good question. It's a good question for the beginners who are actually learning about the programming, right? So this is it for the first question. Let's move towards the second question, which is also not too much difficult, I guess. It's easy to medium problem. So let's first see about the problem. Minimum deletion cost to make all character equal, right? One thing which I would recommend you to understand is, whenever you read a problem, make sure to read it properly, because I have also wasted like one, not one more submission, but I have wasted a lot of my time while understanding this particular problem just because of few lines, right? So what the problem I'm trying to say, first try to understand about it. Don't just jump towards writing the code and then realize that, oh, this is not the question which is asking, right? So you are given a string s of length n, an integer array cost of the same length, where cost I is the cost to delete the ith character of s. Okay. You may delete any number of character from s, possibly none, okay, such that the resulting string is non-empty and consists of equal characters. Okay. So return an integer denoting the minimum total deletion cost required. Okay. So what the question is asking for us is, we have a string, and we have cost associated with that particular character at that particular position in string. So we have to make a string in such way that it contain only single elements. What it mean? That's the one thing which I have confused when I was solving this particular problem. So here is the example. So first, what I thought when I just solving this particular problem, that I have to make a string in such a way that every character occur same number of time. But that's not the question which they are asking. What they are asking is, the string only contain a single elements. What it mean? Like if our string is a b a c, so it asks us either string contain a, either uh, it contain b, or either it contains c. So this is what our question is asking. So we have to make a string such particular way, such that it only contains that particular value, right? So if you see, and what we have to how we have to actually calculate the cost. The cost is associated with that particular ith character corresponding to our cost over here, right? So if you see, we have a string which have three distinct characters, and I have write over like all of them. If, let's say, I just simply calculate the result for all of them. Let's say I remove all the a's from the, like, all the a's and plus all the b's. If I remove all of them, then how many number of operation I have to require operation? The number of a's are 1 2 4 1, which is actually 6 7 8 9 10 11. So number of operation which I required is 11, right? If I remove a and b, what if I remove a and c? uh, uh, right over here, like a plus b give me the answer of 11. A plus c, how many number of operation I actually require? 6 and 8, 18 number of operation I require. And what if I remove b plus c? Then number of operation are 13. So you see the minimum number of in which case I am getting the minimum number of operation if I remove a or b, right? So this is exactly what I have to do. And if you see, it is not that much difficult. We just have to store per character with their cost. Like for the a, how many cost it contain if I remove for B how many costs it contain, for C how many costs it contain, right? And I just have to remove all the minimums one because I have to return the minimum number of costs, right? And yeah, that's it. We just have to we just have to remove n minus 1 elements from the data structure where we have stored. And for the last element we just have to keep the element which have the higher cost, right? So that uh, even after removing all the elements we should have the element which contain a lower cost, right? So what exactly this exactly what I am doing over in my code over here. If you see, so I have taken a priority queue where I'm storing a pair of values which indicates characters with total cost. uh, so this is exactly my priority queue is representing. I have taken a map because it helped me to find the like cost of each character, right? Because I have taken an array map where what I'm doing is I'm doing character with their cost. I'm like adding it inside it instead of storing an array list or something where I'm just actually like in such scenario what I have to do, I have to store all the costs and then find the summation and then do the stuff. So instead of doing it I'm just storing it the summation inside the map. So what I'm doing is, and instead of taking a key as a character, I'm just converting it into an integer by subtracting it by a. If you know how exactly this line work. And inside the map I am just checking if it contain, because as you know in case of map it also contains some null values. So that is the reason I am doing it. I'm just adding it to the previous cost of that particular character, and if it's a new then I am start inserting a new entry. If the map size become 1, what it indicates, let's say your string is z z z z. In such scenario you actually need to perform an operation. There is no point of a performing operation because all the elements are equal. So in this scenario we are just returning a 0, right, which is actually the answer for us. And what I am doing over here is I am just iterating over a map and storing the character with their frequency with their total cost inside the priority key. And I have taken a min heap so that the character with total cost lower total cost come upper so that I can remove all of them, right? So I'm just, and after that I have just taken an long sum, and I'm just checking if the size of the peak is greater than 1, because I only going to like take I'm just going to remove n minus 1 elements, and after that I'm just taking the answer of all of them, taking the first element and storing it inside the array, because I have taken an array of long of array, and taking the first element from that array because first indicates the key and the second is the total cost for that particular character. And I'm repeating this particular operation until our priority queue contain only one element, and after that I'm just returning the sum. If you see how exactly the map is look like, system.out.println the values inside the map, entry is long rs map dot entry set. Okay, so, and after that system.out.println result.get key, result.get value. If I just run this particular piece of code, you see what exactly map contain. For our first case, A have a total cost of 8, B have a total cost of 3, and C have a total cost of 10. So in priority queue, if I just insert these elements, so my priority queue is min heap. So what happen is 3 come first, then 8 come first, these both are come first, then I'm just calculating their result, and not touching C because it has a higher cost than the other two elements. And in this case all elements are equal, so we do not have require any number of operation. And this particular case, if you see, we have a 3 element which all are different, and their cost associated with them. So the zeroth have a cost of 10, one have a cost of 5, two have a cost of 8. So we have min heap. So in min heap, 5 come first, 8 come, then 8 is the next, and 10 is the another one. So we just take only n minus 1 elements, so it gives an answer of 13. So we are just simply using that particular result and storing over here, and just simply submit it for checking if it's working. Oh, maybe it's give me the, oh, yeah, it's working fine. So talking about the time complexity, so time complexity is O of n plus n log n, right? And if we see, we can conclude it O of n log n. Why? Because we are using O of n loop over here to insert the elements inside the map. And after that, what I am doing, I'm iterating for a map where it is to insert the elements inside the priority queue. And in order to insert elements inside the priority queue, it requires n log n number of operations, like n log n operation. So we are inserting n number of elements, so it's overall is like n log n. This is the time complexity. And talking about the space complexity, so it is also of n plus n log n, because we have taken a priority queue, which is going to be n log n. So this is the time and the space complexity about this particular problem, and I think it's really good problem if you solve it by your own. If you are not able to solve this particular problem, don't worry. Initially you felt it difficult, but after solving such more problems, you will realize and you will easily able to solve such problems in upcoming contest. So I hope you like the video, you understand the problem statement, you actually understand the solution behind this particular problem. If you really understand the problems, both of the problems, the first one is quite easy. So do let me know in the comment section. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, so that I get also a little bit of motivation to upload such videos in upcoming days. So this is it for the video, and bye bye, take care.